All right, so I'm here with Geoff Harris, a Canadian Olympian who participated in the 2012 London Olympic Games in the 800-meter distance. That's his specialty. So he's here in Victoria, BC, but it's from Halifax, Nova Scotia. So Geoff, welcome to Victoria.
Thanks.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, I love it here. The weather is amazing. The atmosphere, the running community is really kind of let me come in really well, and so it's been really nice to just kind of start with a new group and get to some good runs in.
So you're training with the University of Victoria Bikes, I take it?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of my stuff with them. Quinn Ferguson, another 800 guy from Canada, is going to be coming at the start of November. So he and I will partner up for the most part, but we'll be kind of slotting in with the university team. He's been helping out a lot on the funding side and the sponsorship side, which has been huge for a lot of guys. And so we'll be both kind of training under Wynn, and also my coach Heather Henniger will be coming out now a little later in the winter, and so she'll sort of oversee a lot of the stuff too. Yeah, I know he's done that, taken that right step after retirement, and really helped out with a lot of young athletes. I think are going to benefit from his foundation, and it is that when you acquire that, it definitely it helps you get to the next step really quick, a lot faster than it does when you're begging your parents for money or stuff like that.
Which is the bane of the existence of most track runners in Canada, isn't it?
My mom was someone, she finally admitted, sort of not admitted, but came to the realization that you have to ask for money. And for a long time, I think she was a little embarrassed almost about constantly trying to find money from people. And then she realized that that's what amateur sport is. And so now she's my biggest advocate for trying to find me sponsors.
Your mom is? That's awesome.
Oh yeah, she's one of my biggest promoters for sure, which is great.
She's just outside of Halifax?
Yeah, they're in Bedford, just on the kind of the suburbs of Halifax.
Good. So you're here in Victoria, you're training until February, and then you take off to altitude in...
Well, we start at Phoenix, it's just a small amount of altitude, not too much. We put about 2.5 months in Phoenix, and then we head up to Flagstaff where we get the full altitude effect. And we'll put a month in there before we come down and start the race season.
Okay. So before that, you were saying that you're going to do some indoor racing in, November?
No, I'll do it probably in January. Right before we leave, I'm going to probably do a 600 and a 1K. That's sort of the plan.
600 and a 1K, so either side of your specialty?
If I had the choice, I would do two 600s, because doing the first 600 back in probably 2 years now since I've run one, I'm definitely going to need to work the kinks out. But my coach was like, well, I'll let you do one 600 as long as you do a 1K as well. So I'm going to be doing a 1K.
You had a really neat story about your Olympic experience, and that is you walked into the stadium. I'll let you tell it. You walked into the stadium with 80,000 people there, and you spotted your parents.
Yep.
Which is very interesting. I don't know how you did that, but share with us how that feeling.
Yeah, it was when I got taken out, and you sort of get held in a bay for a while. We're standing there, and you kind of feel the depth of it all, like how many people there really are there. You can kind of feel the noise. And when a Great Britain runner goes by, they go AWOL, and it's like, it hurts. It's so loud. And so as I'm walking down, I did a few strides at the start line. As you have 5 minutes at the start line, and just on my walk back, I just saw this flicker, kind of right up here in the corner of my eye, and I sort of just looked up real quick, trying to stay focused, but also trying to take it all in. And it was a Canada flag I saw two people holding, doing this with it. And so I kind of looked a little harder when I kind of saw that it could be, maybe it's, how many Canadian flags are in the stands? There's not very many. So I noticed my parents' coats. My parents bought these, my family gives them a hard time for them, these Costco Canada coats. And, my mom's is white with a big red Canada. My dad's is red with a big white Canada. So it was easy to identify. I saw these red and white coat and the Canada flag, and just losing their mind. So I kind of gave them a little half a wave, and it was just a nice little moment right before, about a minute and a half before I'm going to start my first ever Olympic race, to have my parents just sort of knowing they're there and knowing they saw me and stuff. And, my parents haven't got to watch me race a lot over the years, so it was really kind of special to have that one.
So like a on the upper deck and you're going nuts and you're about to race the race of your life. It must have been surreal.
It really was. We put a lot of preparation in coming into it, so I sort of knew what to expect. I've got to live with Nate from March 1st right through, and we were roommates at the Olympics as well.
Nate Brannen, right?
Yeah, and so I got to draw a lot on sort of his calmness about it all, and sort of use his experiences a bit. So I definitely went into it kind of knowing what to expect for sure, but also being open to it all, and really just I don't know how many people told me, Geoff, before I went, and I think it was people trying to just show their support and be really positive and stuff. And they're like, no matter how you do at the Olympics, you made it there, you did that. And for me, I was always kind of like, I never really would correct people. I'd say, oh yeah, thank you very much. For the most part, I mean, I wanted to go. I was in my head. It was I'm going to go to the Olympics and run a personal best. Like that's the be all. I mean, that's what you want to do with it. And so I put a certain amount of pressure on myself to perform to accomplish that. But on the flip side, it was nice knowing that no matter how well I did, people were going to be excited for me and happy for me. No one was going to say, oh, he went there and just a bit, right? So it was really nice to be able to just kind of let that go and just be able to perform as I knew I could.